runners colliding here today. Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Aggies will kick it away to get this game going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So Miami's offense will get the first swing today. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to, a matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season. Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can. Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position. That's an important first down on that running play. Looking downfield, it's back. Receiver makes the catch. Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quick throw caught on the left side. He made the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield, set up with a first down at the 47. Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness. First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Defense shoves him out of bounds, not much of a gain there. Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this third and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they can settle out and bring the pressure. Looking to throw it on third and very long. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Fourth down now. Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that third down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop. The Hurricanes will have to kick this away. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds, so no return. The Aggies offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. It's a group that's really led by the big fellas up front. An offensive line that can maul you. They really are the personality of this team. Can they impose that today again, Kirk? Well, some people will go out and recruit quarterbacks and receivers, try to win the game out on the perimeter. These guys love to be able to develop offensive linemen, and it's paid off. They can run the football, they get behind those big boys up front, and they dominate people. Cannot wait to see, can this defense load up physically and hold up against this offensive line? Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll run it here.
They try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker. He is stuffed at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that's the right call here by the offensive coordinator. Keep it simple. Just go right behind your line, but no push at all. The defense completely stops him there at the line of scrimmage.
And the Aggies will send the punt team onto the field. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Joseph. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here.
Gets home. A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Canes will line up to kick it away. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. Keeping it on the ground here. Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down to the 47.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Quarterback keeps the football. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The short completion of the tight end. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Pass complete. It's second down now. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Back to throw. It's Reed. Quick throw, testing the middle. A tight end makes the catch downfield. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch hard in here over the middle. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Aggies.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. That is broken up and incomplete.
Quarterback tried to connect here on the in route, but I'll tell you, the defender does a great job of reading the route and knocking the ball away.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll give it to the back. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Looking to throw. It's Beck. Fires it to the wideout. With the catch, it's Daniels. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
The Canes have first and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Here comes second and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. Second down, we're going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Fletcher. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to throw it again. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. Looking for a receiver. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this deep shot to the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
No, kick it away here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Play action here on first down. Caught by the receiver. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. A completion makes it second down. He's looking to throw. Pass caught. They stop him, but it's a first down.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
How aggressive do you get on first and 10? Dropping back. It's back. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. And they run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
This will likely be the last play of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. The field goal is good. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
The Hurricanes will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. We get the second half started with the running play. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Important second down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down. It's a fumble. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. With the catch, it's Joseph. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They'll test the right side here. He finds some space. He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Pass rush closing in. Swarmed by the pass rush. The sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Owens. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? Makes the catch. It's Moss. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Getting closer to midfield now.
Boy, the option keeper here for a big gain for this Texas A&M quarterback. And reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others going back to Bucky Richardson. And how about Reggie McNeil? Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic quarterbacks.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. To throw, it's Reed. Bringing pressure. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And when he can't quite hold on, a great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
The Aggies will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. A handoff from the shotgun. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. Using his legs on the scramble. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They open the 4th by going to the air. To screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Now the try for 2. To the air, it's Beck. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he stopped short. Big play by the defense to keep this a 5-point game in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. That's good for a 1st down near the 40.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. No running. Handed off to the running back. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? Get some space among the 30. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Nothing on 1st down, so now it's 2nd and goal from the 6. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, this defense just keeps coming up with plays. That's a 3rd stop in a row here inside the 10-yard line to get us to 4th and goal. You look at that scoreboard, you need points on the board. I don't think a field goal is going to help you at this point in the game. You got to put a touchdown up on the board, call your best play, and go out and execute.
Complete with a running back, but can he get there? He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Grab down the middle. It's Joseph. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Scanning the field, it's back. Picked off a crucial turnover. Not much on the return, but a pick will set up the offense at the 35. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. 1st and 10, not much time left. They need to find the end zone in this possession. Pull over the middle. It's Concepcion. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. That's reeled in. It's Moss. And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this off.
He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
It's a big mistake by the quarterback here, just holding on to the football too long. Late in the game, third down, you got to make a big play, and you come up with a sack. Now it's fourth down.
Well, the experts will say, Kirk, this was an upset, but it felt like a really even matchup. Two quality teams battling right down to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, what a game. This is really what you love about college football. Good against good. Find out who ends up having the upper hand at the end of the day. This is a great victory for this ball club. Let's see what they do after this win.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. looking to a conference matchup that would be compelling even if both sides were struggling. But today they come in ranked in the top 25. This is going to be fun. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 22nd ranked team, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Aggies will kick this deep to get us going. And here's the return from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So Texas's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Well, the last meeting in this great rivalry was historic. First time as SEC rivals. First time they played since 2011. Juiced-up environment in Aggieland. Texas handled business, actually dominated the game. The final score doesn't indicate that.
Chris, I'm with you. And one of the benefits, I think, of Texas joining the SEC is getting this rivalry back for college football fans and for these players. And, man, last year, what a conservative approach by Texas. A lot of firepower on that offense, but they relied on their defense to slow down Marcel Reed and just win the game by running the football. And they're able to get out of College Station with a win.
Pass caught, second down now. And keep him off balance with a run. Moves the ball up to the 30.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
How about that, Chris? He gets a chance once, twice. They go back to him a third time. He's still short of the first down. This defense really locking in on that running back every time he touches the football.
The Longhorns will line up to boot it away. And this will be the first punt for this offense tonight. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. So Texas A&M's offense gets their first crack now. Hey, Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football.
Rivalry born in 1894, Kirk, but all the twists and turns, the different conferences since then, so much has changed, but the Aggies and the Longhorns always seem to deliver.
Well, it's just so much fun to be able to see these teams playing and hopefully playing every year for many, many years to come because it's one of the great rivalries in the sport. You get it tied in like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Pass is caught. Enough for a first down at the 37.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Moss.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator, and you're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
To the air, it's Reed. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made in space. Look out.
They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here's the second down play. It's a quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I love this. Good job by this corner to come up, get physical, and bring the quarterback down on that option. Never gave him a chance to make his read and toss the ball out.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On third down, he drops to throw.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone.
Oh, and it's battled down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Grab down the middle. It's Washington. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Jukes to get free. Well, Kirk, how sweet is it to have the Aggies and the Longhorns back together? Realignment has cost us a lot of traditions in the sport, but this one, it's brought back together.
Yeah, thank goodness you have a chance to see these teams on the field together. We've missed the rivalry. It's so much fun and one of the great historical rivalries in this sport.
They're going to run it. Breaks free. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? They'll try to run for the first down. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Longhorns will bring their punt team on the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the play coverage team able to touch it, so no return on the play. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of the long-range field goal. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
He's past the marker and still going. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon Achane and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
To throw, it's Reed. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here. But I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking for a gap. It's Moss. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. He didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Grabbed by the receiver. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, the quarterback throws this ball short of the marker, relying on his guy to do the rest. But on 3rd down, you have to put the ball at least to the first down marker. That's too much to ask of this receiver.
The Aggies will have to kick it away. And the offense forced to punt for the first time tonight. And here's the return. And the returner is brought down. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The pre-snap motion from the offense. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision?
They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Now that's exactly what you love to see here in this 2-minute offense. You come up with a big play, and all of a sudden your mindset gets much more aggressive. You're not thinking just about 3 points. Maybe take some shots, get the ball into the end zone.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. Motion now from the tight end. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down.
Makes a quick catch.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. Net kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will tie the score as halftime approaches.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen could be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, the Lone Star Showdown is among the most bitter rivalries in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Texas A&M and Texas plays out.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Quick throw to the left. It's a spin move to extend the play, pick up a few extra yards.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. Back to pass. It's Reed. Makes the throw across the middle of the field.
Makes the catch downfield.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
On first down, it's play action. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. And the quarterback dropping back. Grab made by the tight end. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
How about the tight end going down the middle of the field for a big gain? Good throw by the quarterback.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. What a catch! That play moves the ball across midfield to be set up with a 1st down at the 41.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a 1st down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
Still searching for their 1st touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. Holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back. It's Reed. Caught quickly. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Can he get there on the ground? They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a 1st down at the 21.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Makes a quick grab. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Man, this defense is doing a really good job here. They're giving up some completions, but the important thing is they're making tackles and keeping this offense out of the end zone. Force them to be able to execute to get this touchdown.
Marathon drive, the 11th play, and they face a 3rd and short. Trying to convert with a sneak.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator. Go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the 1st down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the 1st down.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. 1st and goal, handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle, Kirk, as we check out some of the stats so far. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Back to throw. It's Reed. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Offense moving backwards here a long way from the goal line now. Going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal. So hold your breath here.
He knocks it through with confidence.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the fourth.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. Tight end goes in motion.
Play fake, looking to throw. Snags a quick throw.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Manning. Quick throw to his receiver. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. The Longhorns bring their punt team onto the field. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see what they can get here. He's running out of time here. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup.
Grinding away with a running game.
And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we are, late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Dropping back. It's Manning. Sideline route, but is out of bounds before the 1st down marker.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out in the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Wide open downfield. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. That's caught. It's Moore. And he steps out of bounds. A heads-up play to stop the clock.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. He finds his man. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Wow, how about that, Chris? Nothing open downfield. He gets underneath to his running back, picks up some positive yards, but it's got to remember, they got to go quick.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Quick throw over the middle. Touchdown, Longhorns. They've taken the lead, but time running down.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback. With the game on the line, he finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they scored late to take the lead.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop in this final drive. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Off the play fake on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Chris, look at the clock here. We're under a minute to play, and it's a completion, but it's not very effective. The defense's job is to just keep everything in front of them. The offense has got to come up with different ways to manipulate that coverage and take some shots downfield.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. To throw, it's Reed. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and pass caught. And a timeout is taken, just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll throw it now. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The tackle is made, the clock runs out, and that will do it. Well, Kirk, based on the rankings, this technically is an upset. We just watched 2 really good teams slug it out, and the team that came in lower ranked picks up the W.
Well, I can't believe you said slug it out. That's a first from you, but I agree. 2 ranked teams going head-to-head. Really a fun game to watch, and now let's see how they respond after the results of this game. That could be very interesting to their season.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Pocket breaking down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front 7, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Fletcher. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got him downfield. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Looking for space. It's Fletcher. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. The play action fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Livingston. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. minutes of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll run this play from the pistol. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Makes the catch, it's Livingston. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Surging forward on the sneak. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Going with the counter play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. It's a fumble. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw. It's back. They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hansen. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Coming out with it, it's Ball. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a two-possession lead might feel insurmountable. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Got his man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Hawkins.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
On the run, it's Ball. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And the Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Back to throw, it's Beck. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
To the air on 2nd down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That's caught. It's Hawkins. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Moving out of the pocket. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to sneak it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Yeah, and this defense hasn't stopped this offense much, but right now in victory formation, they get to stop them because this game's over. Just running out the clock, waiting for that clock to hit 0 and officially get the W.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Boilermakers will put total leather to crank us up. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it on the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high indeed. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Purdue's offense has the ball for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly.
Turning it on! Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time, they knock him down behind the line.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Jukes his way for more. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the finish.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play, tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dinkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. There's the pressure. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive from the 42. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Not Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's McCoby. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Makes the catch. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the run, it's Allen. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll put him in play from the 41 on first down. He'll try the left side. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. He got it. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. On the run, fires downfield. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
They boot it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The Boilermakers are on the move. On the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He'll do it himself. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I hate being that guy to say, just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Boilermakers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's looking for the goal line.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to get behind the defense. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now on 1st down from the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Pena. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Here's the handoff. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Four verts can stress a defense like crazy if you can protect your quarterback. They didn't protect their quarterback. Defense got to him quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the quarterback takes a knee.